Hello and welcome to the Mellow Flow with a little bit of core practice. Please don't forget about all the other classes that are up in the library. There's a little bit of power in one of them, and of course there's lots of mellow and gentle flow classes. And they are for all levels. So any kind of practice that you're looking for, it's probably there. And there are also lots of tutorials, so the little poses are broken down, or little tips here and there. With that said, let's begin with our mellow flow. Find a comfortable seated position. We're going to begin with the right leg in the front today. You can either find Sukhasana, easy pose like this, or you can find half lotus. Wherever you are, just find that seated position with a long spine. Shoulders down, pressing down into the sits bones. Reach the crown of the head up. And take 3 deep breaths in through the nose. And sigh it out. In through the nose. And out. One more. In. And out. Allowing yourself to arrive. There's been a lot of tension in the air and the collective space around us. And while we still always need to acknowledge that, acknowledge other people, it's okay to take a moment to come back to yourself, to come back to the body, to the breath, connecting with how you're feeling. So then we can help to make positive change. So maybe setting an intention on something that you need today. Something that's been vibrating in your being. Or focusing on you. Just for 30 minutes. Whatever your intention is, bring your hands into your heart, sealing in that intention, reminding yourself of that intention so you can return back to it throughout the practice and even throughout the week as we continue to do this inner work. On an inhale, send both hands up. And as you exhale, drop your right hand down and tilt over to the right side. You can look down straight or even up towards the left hand. Relax that right shoulder, pressing down into the left hip, lengthening. And going only as deep as your spine is allowing. Breathing into the left side of the ribs, creating more space in those ribs. Reminding yourself to be gentle throughout this practice. On an inhale, come up, bringing the right hand with you. And then exhale over left side. Noticing the difference here already. Pressing down into your right hip, reaching all the way through those right fingertips. Breathing into the right ribs. Keep the neck relaxed. Breathing naturally. Inhale, lift back up. Left hand comes. Exhale, hands, heart center. Switch the cross of your legs so then your left leg is in the front, either in Sukhasana, easy pose, or in that half lotus. Inhale, reach both arms up again. Pull the belly in. And then exhale, twist to your right. So the right hand comes behind you as you twist from the bottom, the hip, all the way through the spine, through the torso, and then the shoulders. Keep squeezing the belly in. Inhale, you can extend the crown of the head up. And then as you exhale, squeeze the belly in more and look over your right shoulder. If you have a bind in your practice, you can bring your right hand and grab that left thigh. Relax your face. Inhale, come back to the center. And then on the next inhale, reaching up again. Pull the belly in and then exhale, twist. So right hand comes over to that left knee. Left hand comes back behind you as to squeeze the belly in. And then exhale, twist a little further. Look over your left shoulder. So a long spine. If you have that half bind this time, grab your left foot if you're in your half lotus, or you can just grab the right thigh. With each inhale, imagine yourself lengthening up a little bit more. In each exhale, you're squeezing the belly, maybe twisting just a micro movement deeper. Breathing naturally, but paying attention to the breath. And slowly come back to center. Reach the arms up one more time. Inhale. Exhale, hands heart center. If you're not facing the top or the front of your mat, then go ahead and turn that way. We're going to come right into a Navasana, boat pose. So dropping back into the sits bones, hug the knees in. You can stay here with your hands on the back of the thighs. Try to get the shins parallel to the ground. Keep lifting the heart, or you can reach your arms out. Feet are either flexed or pointed. Just everything is lifting. You're squeezing the belly, pulling the belly towards the spine, and trying to pull the knees towards you. 3, 2 breaths, and 1. And go ahead and roll right into your cat-cow. So finding a tabletop with the knees beneath your hip bones, spread your fingers wide. And then on an inhale, drop the belly down, really arching the spine. Tailbone up, gaze is up, face is still relaxed. The toes can be tucked under or feet are flat. And then exhale, tuck the chin into the chest, really reach the back of the ribs, the spine up into your cat. Breathing here, feeling the space, the massage of the spine. And then take several rounds. We'll probably take 5 rounds of breath here. Just moving as gently as you can, exaggerating the movement. So feeling this nice stretch through the entire spine, the entire vertebrae, waking up the body. This is a really good way to tune into your breath as you inhale, open, and then exhale, complement that. 2 more. Last one. Really noticing the subtleties, maybe the bigger feelings too. Good. Exhale, last part. And then come back to a neutral spine. So pull the belly in, reach the crown of the head forward. So you might even be looking closer to the top of the mat, or at least in front of the fingers. You don't want to drop the head because we're going to do a little bit of balance work here. Press into the right knee, extend the left foot back, flex the foot, and reach the right arm out. So first balance, we'll inhale here, and then exhale, tap that knee to the elbow, really curl through the spine. Inhale, and exhale, tap, squeeze the belly. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Don't let your back collapse. Inhale, and exhale. Last one. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, hold and reach. Pull the belly in. And then exhale, come down. And switching to the opposite side. So reach in the right leg back. Pull the belly in. Try to get a flat back first. Left arm out. Here we go. Inhale, and exhale, tap. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, hold for 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. So go ahead, step the hands out a little bit, and then exhale back into downward facing dog. If your hamstrings are tight, bend the knees. Okay, long spine.
Pull that strong belly in. Tilt the tailbone up and away. We're going to move a little bit here. So step the feet in just a little bit. So you're in a shorter stance of a downward facing dog. So you'll inhale here, and then exhale, hover, and then hold a full breath. So your knees are right off the ground, maybe an inch or two, and then exhale back, downward facing dog. Full breath. Inhale, and then exhale. Hover. Try not to let the gaze, the head collapse. Look out a little bit. And then exhale back again. Full breath. Inhale, prepare. And then exhale, come and hover. And come back. Now we'll speed it up just a little bit. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, switch the breath here. So exhale, and then come inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. And walk the feet forward. Inhale for a flat back. Really lengthen the spine. And then exhale, grab opposite elbows and hang for ragdoll. Let the spine curl. And pressing into the ball and the heel of the foot. The heels are a little lighter. You can bend the knees. And feeling the back of the body open and expand as the front of the body is compressed and soft. Good. And slowly roll up through the spine. Reach the arms all the way up with you. Exhale, hands heart center. Take a moment here in mountain pose, Tadasana, reconnecting with your breath, with your body, pressing down into the corners of the feet through the ball, outer heel and inner heel. Belly's in, pelvis is neutral. And then reach your arms out. Right arm comes over the left. You can either grab opposite elbows or shoulders here, or you can wrap all the way as we prepare for eagle pose. So shoulders down, elbows out, hands away. Then the left knee will cross over the right as you bend down. You can stay here, or you can hook that foot around your calf. Again, hands and elbows out and away from the face. Really pressing down into that right foot, pulling the belly in. Breathe. Find somewhere to focus your gaze, your drishti. That will help you to stay stable. And then slowly release. You're going to step the left foot up and back for warrior two. Good. Opening. Shoulders down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Watch that right knee. Make sure it stays open. Belly is still in. And then right elbow comes down for extended side angle. You can keep your left arm straight up, or if you want to reach it over, you can. The belly is still strong. The right elbow is pretty light. Both hands come to frame that right foot. Twist the back foot so the heel is lifted. You're in a runner's lunge. So the heart is forward. Both feet are pressing evenly, those strong legs. And then come back to your high plank. So inhale, exhale, drop knees, chin and chest. Inhale, slide up into cobra, shoulders back, elbows in. The back of the body is strong, belly squeezing. And then exhale, back downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Walk or step forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands heart center. So repeating the same thing on the opposite side. Pressing in to your left foot. Inhale, arms up. Left arm comes over the right. Shoulders down, elbows out. And then the right knee comes over the left. You either stay here or you can hook that right foot around. Pull the belly in. Just like me, it's okay if you fall. Part of our practice is coming back to the body. Trying again and again and again. Breathe. Using your hands to lift, you're opening the shoulders, back of the shoulders, and using that balance. Slowly release. Bring the right knee up, and then send it back. Foot is out. Foot is rotated out 45 degrees. And warrior two. So bending that left knee right over the toes. Shoulders down, all the way out through the fingers. Come the energy. Strong bodies, being present with where you feel a little tension. And then extended side angle. So the left elbow comes down light. Right arm is either lifted or up and over the head. Try to keep the front of the body open out to the side so you're not collapsing down into that left leg. Really press back into your right leg too. And drop both hands to frame the left foot. The left back heel comes up, runner's lunge. Take another little vinyasa here. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, drop knees, chin and chest. Inhale, lift up, cobra. Exhale, back, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Let it go. After that last breath, shift the body weight forward so you're in a high plank. If you want to drop the knees to take half plank, you can do that. Pull the belly in here for 5, 4. Let your gaze come out. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, extend that right leg up and back. And then tap it to your right elbow. So tap, inhale up, and tap. And again, inhale, and tap. Inhale, and tap. Last one. Inhale, lengthen, and tap. Go ahead and drop that foot down in between your hands. Back knee lowers and crescent lunge. So reach the arms up. Strong belly, press into both feet. Even if your back foot is tucked under or the toes are tucked under, press into that foot. We'll do the same thing again. Drop the hands down. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Pull the belly in. Inhale, left leg up and back. And then exhale, tap. And again, inhale. Exhale, tap. Again, inhale. Exhale. Good. 2 more. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Lower that foot down and crescent lunge. You can look up or forward. Just really press into both feet. Lower both hands. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Take one more little flow here. So inhale, come forward. Drop the knees, chin and chest. Inhale, lift up cobra. And this time exhale back into child's pose, balasana. Letting the heart drop. Feeling the shoulders, the spine open and release. The third eye is down on the mat and reconnecting here with your breath. If you would rather take your hands back beside you, you can do that as well. Just feeling the ground, the earth beneath you. Feeling the air, the sky above your back, above your head. In this moment, you're okay. Reminding yourself of your intention. Whether it was something to let go of, something to do, something to be. Reconnecting with that intention without too much pressure. If your arms aren't reaching out, go ahead and reach them out. Rock back into your hands and knees. Tuck the toes back into downward facing dog. Lower both knees. Do camel pose, Ustrasana. Before we do, we're going to do a little bit of core. So I like to tuck my toes under it. When you come into camel, it gives you a little bit of less distance to go down, but also it gives me a little bit of grip for when we do our camel core work. So you can keep your hands at your heart center if that helps you. But anytime you do a back bend, you want to squeeze the back of the body and the front of the body. So everything is working. All right, so squeeze the belly, squeeze the buttocks. You can reach your arms out, or again, hands heart center. So you'll inhale, and then exhale, come back. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, good, and 1. Hold. Squeeze back in front of the belly, and come up. Moving into camel pose. So you can keep your toes tucked under if you want, or you can let them be flat. Hands come to the low back, pull the belly in, squeeze the back of the body, so your legs and your buttocks, belly's in, start to look up, and then if you want, you can grab onto the ankles or do one at a time. But again, squeeze the back of the body, front of the body, gaze is up. Everything is working. Nothing right here is really passive. It's a deep opening on the front of the body. Good. Walk your hands back up or bring them to the low back and come up. And then just sit down in hero's pose. So your feet can come outward slightly, or you can sit on your heels. And then exhale, twist gently to the right. And then inhale, come back center. And then exhale, twist to the left. Come back, center. Extend both legs out in front of you. Finding your staff pose. Left leg is stabilizing. So pull the right knee in. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, twist. So even after you do a back bend or a forward fold, twisting is always really good. It helps to, as we say, bring out the spine. But it helps to just let go of that. To let go of toxins in the body, whether that's physical or energy based. It helps us to release. And come back through the center and then switch legs. So the right leg comes out. Try to keep it a little engaged. Left knee comes in. Inhale to lengthen and then exhale, twist. So really hugging that left knee in as you twist. Try to keep the spine long, the crown of the head lifted, and then look over that left shoulder. Slowly come back to the center. Straighten both legs out. Inhale, lengthen up. Pull the belly in, and then exhale, fold forward. Try to keep the spine long, elongating from the tailbone all the way up through the spine, but also from the tailbone down to the heels. So the back of the body is really long, helping you to fold forward, to keep that length. And then you can let the head fall. Notice your breath as you're folding, the depth of it, the intensity of it. Inhale, come up. Bending both knees. Bring your hands right behind you. Cross the outside of the right ankle over the left thigh. So it's a seated pigeon. You can stay here. You can take it down a little bit further if you've gone a little too deep. And I like to rock a little bit, kind of loosen things up. Flex the right foot. Make sure it's away from the knee joint. So it should be more on the thigh. And try to lift your heart. Keep the spine a little bit elongated. Taking a few breaths here, releasing that outer hip. One more breath. And then let that foot go. Same thing on the opposite side. So crossing the outside of the left ankle over the right thigh, flex your foot. Keep the spine relatively long, tall. Breathing, softening into the breath, softening into the flow of the thoughts, not really trying to push anything, just preparing yourself to relax for several minutes after this. Gently let that go. Just straighten both legs out in front of you, and then roll all the way down onto the back. You can bring the hands on the belly or out to the sides, palms facing up, or even over the head. Feeling very vulnerable and open. If you're not in that space where you don't want to feel that open, then you can take this either with your hands on your belly, or you can bend the knees and walk into the outside of the feet, or outside of the mat, and then drop the knees together. So same thing if you have some back issues, that feels nice. If you're like me and you just feel like you always need to open up, you can even bring the soles of the feet together and take your Shavasana as Supta Baddha Konasana. Wherever you want to be, just finding that space where you can really relax, really soften into the body. Your practice doesn't have to be super strenuous, super active for it to make a difference. Sometimes it can be a combination, sometimes it can be one or the other. But it's okay to have slower moments. It's okay to be a little bit more mellow. It's okay to rest. And softening, letting the breath come and go. Just like clouds or watching a stream. Everything is going. You're not getting stuck in one spot. You're just watching. Before you begin to move, notice the sounds around you, the space beneath you. Bring awareness back to your body, back to your breath. Take a big inhale. If you want, you can reach all the way out like you're waking up in bed. Inhale and exhale, side out. Maybe take one more for someone else who may need it. Exhale, let it go. In your own time, very slowly, gently rolling over onto the right side. You can hug the knees in so you're in a little bit of a fetal position. Reminding yourself to nurture and to take care of you so you can take care of those around you and make a positive change, a difference in the world. Use your hands as you press up, finding a comfortable seated position with your left leg in front, so the opposite leg that you began the practice with. We're going to end the practice with palms facing up, just taking a moment here to let go of anything that is not serving you, anything that is not helping you be the best you, the best version of yourself. All the layers that we've built up, just letting them go and returning back to the essence of you, the truth, the love, the worthiness that you are. Bring your hands into heart center, thumbs connecting to your sternum, palms pressing against one another, and taking a moment here for gratitude, reflection, or once again, reaffirming your intention. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May the thoughts and actions of myself somehow contribute to the happiness and well-being of all. Namaste.